There was a time when leaving America was an idea reserved for dreamers, adventurers, or maybe those with a plane ticket and a curiosity about the world. But today, it's becoming something else, something heavier. More and more ordinary Americans, people who once believed that life here could be manageable, even fulfilling, are now considering something they never thought they would: leaving. Not for vacation, not for study abroad, but for good. It's not about ungratefulness or disloyalty. It's about survival, about sanity, about hope. In a country where the cost of living has ballooned beyond reason, where a trip to the grocery store feels like a financial blow and rent eats more than half a paycheck, some people are quietly, seriously asking themselves, what if I just left? This isn't just a fringe conversation anymore. It's not just the wealthy retiring in Portugal or influencers chasing a digital nomad lifestyle in Bali. It's school teachers, nurses, freelancers, gig workers, people with kids, people with dreams, people who have done everything they were told to do, only to find out that the American dream now comes with a monthly subscription they can no longer afford. Some say they're heartbroken. Others say they feel free for the first time. Many are afraid, unsure of what awaits them, but more afraid of what they already know too well. This video is a compilation of voices, real people, sharing raw, unfiltered reflections on why they're ready to go. Some are still wrestling with the decision. Others have already booked the one-way ticket. For some, it's an act of self-preservation. For others, it's a leap towards something new, something that feels possible again. Leaving America is not just a logistical decision. It's an emotional reckoning, a search for dignity, a quiet protest, a personal revolution. Let's hear their stories. But before we begin, please make sure you like the video so it reaches someone who needs to see this, someone that's preparing to leave but needs that little motivation. And if you'd be so kind, subscribe to the channel to give us a boost in the algorithm to push out more content like this.
This is your message to leave the United States. I'm definitely leaving, and people keep asking me, what are your cues? When is it too late? First cue, is the media being silenced? Yeah, but only slightly currently, right? The office is now controlling exactly which news outlets can cover them. A small version of control, but will it get worse? Who knows? All the mass deportation, problem for me. I'm already part of a community that is marginalized, so see it done to another community, that doesn't make me feel good. But when I say you should leave, most people hear, oh my God, we gotta go now. Woosah, that's not what I mean. Because true fascism takes time. So everyone relax. See, she's relaxed. My goal is to leave by June. You may or may not have longer. Just put yourself in a headspace where you can start to plan and conceptualize you being in a different country. That, along with you taking actionable goals and doing this in phases, will make you more prepared if the situation did get more dire, but also just give you a more stress-free way of approaching it.
My friends, it is time to go. And hi, if you're new here, my name's Kara. I'm the digital nomad mom and help people live and travel abroad. As soon as they overturned Roe v. Wade, I was researching ways to get out of the country. If you paid attention at all in history class in school, you know that we are headed down the wrong track. So if you want to get out of the US, here's exactly what I would tell you to do that you can do right now. Number one, you need to start getting all of your vital records in order. I'm talking about your birth certificates, your marriage certificates, get them apostilled. Make sure that you're getting multiple copies of those documents. You need to have physical copies with you, and you need to also save them as a digital copy. If you don't already have a passport, you need to get one. If you need to renew your passport, you need to do that now. I would highly suggest start researching countries that are offering digital nomad visas and how you can qualify to get one. If you qualify for a digital nomad visa, you need to start thinking about when you can make an appointment at your nearest consulate of that country so that you can get processed for your visa. A lot of these consulates book up fast for those appointments, so it's really important that you can plan ahead. Right now, just as important as it is to have multiple streams of income, it is just as important to have multiple residencies. You want to make sure that you have an option to get out and to be somewhere else legally. It's getting scary, my friends, so please prepare. And if you want to learn more about living and traveling abroad, you can grab my $7 ebook, All About How to Leave the US in 6 months or less. And of course, be sure to follow for more.
So it looks like a lot of us want to move out of America for obvious reasons. I am one of you. This is my timeline. I am hoping to leave in the next 2 years, if not 4 maximum. And here are the avenues that I'm pursuing. First of all, if you're a citizen of a country that has been colonized by Spain, I am Dominican, you can get a fast-track citizenship in Spain, meaning that instead of the 10-year track that it usually takes, you can do it in 2. That's one of the avenues I'm pursuing. That's the main one that I'm pursuing right now. Second, you can teach English in foreign countries like Japan, South Korea, Spain, Europe, all of the above. There's programs for that. That's the second avenue that I'm pursuing. And the last avenue that I'm pursuing is moving back to my home country of the Dominican Republic. We have a house there that my mom built. All of these avenues, except the teaching English one in a foreign country, would involve me getting a remote job for sustenance. For job would be so that I could have, money, career in that foreign country. It'll probably, the cost of living in Spain and the Dominican Republic are both lower than here in America. So as long as I can get a job that's equal or about to the salary that I was making here in Charlotte, I should be fine. Teaching English, it gets a little bit trickier only because you have an in-person job that you have to attend. So having a remote job will be a little bit trickier for that.
We always hear this threat, I'm going to leave the country if so-and-so is elected. This time, the wealthy are taking action. Advisors and attorneys to the wealthy say applications for investment visas and passports are up more than 30%. Americans are now the #1 group applying for many of those top investment migration programs. A survey by Ardent Capital found that 53% of American millionaires say they're going to leave the U.S. after the election, no matter who wins.
The majority of our clients are, very successful business owners, entrepreneurs. We obviously have a lot of the leaders in the tech sector out of Silicon Valley. So for them, it's building a portfolio of options around the world.
What they call a passport portfolio. So where are the wealthy going? Well, Malta has become the big status symbol for second passports. For about $650,000 plus fees, you can get citizenship and you can live and work anywhere in Europe. That's the advantage to Malta. Now, St. Lucia and Antigua also popular. For permanent residencies, Portugal is the favorite right now. That requires an investment of 250,000 euros. Greece, Spain, and Italy, all not bad places, are also big for Americans. The prices, though, are going up. Greece nearly double the price of its golden visa for parts of the country.
Okay, so my husband and I have decided we are going to try to leave the U.S. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know where we're going to go. But with everything that's going on, we just decided that felt like the right decision for our family. So I've decided to kind of document everything here on this TikTok page. We haven't told our friends and family yet, so I'm kind of hoping that they don't find it. But I'm really excited. I'm really scared. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out what visas could work for us, what jobs we could get, maybe starting businesses. I don't know. We're just figuring it out, so stay tuned.
We left the United States a little over a week ago, and I am so grateful. I'm so thankful to have gotten both of our children, both girls, out of the United States. It is scary over there, and I didn't think we'd be able to leave. We're not the type of people who have a bunch of money. We didn't come from money. I didn't think it was in the cards for us, but we did it, and I'm very proud of us. But one thing that I feel like not a lot of people discuss is how emotional it is. It's emotional in a good way, like, oh, thank goodness we did it, we're out. We're so proud of ourselves, right? But it's also emotional in you're leaving behind everything that you've ever known. The life that you've always lived, the places you've known, the places you've eaten at, the places you've visited, gone. Everything you've known does not exist. That's really hard. We are originally from Texas. We lived there for over 30 years. I did. And then we moved to California, lived there for 2 years, and now we are currently in Albania for a little while, and we'll figure out our next steps. Our end goal is Spain. And life is very different. Life is very different here. It's different from anything we've ever known. It's very emotional. It's very emotional. It's very hard. I've cried a lot. We've only been here not even a week, and I've cried most nights because I think of the memories that we will no longer get to have. I think of the view from outside of our apartment in California and what it might look like in the weather, what it is right now. I think about my family living their life in Texas and going to like H-E-B and Whataburger and just continuing life, and like I'm not doing that. I think about people walking in and out of Target. Like, it's things like that. I know it seems small, it seems insignificant, but once you cannot do those things anymore because they don't exist where you are, it makes you emotional. So it's been an adjustment for sure, and we're still adjusting. We're just barely getting on a semi-normal sleep schedule. And the the memories keep trickling in, and I cry a lot, especially at night when it's quiet and still. It'll be okay, and I know it will. If you'd like to follow me here, we're going to talk about how we did it. We do not, like I said before, we do not come from money. We're not rich. We don't even really have any sort of savings. We just kind of said, let's get out of here, and dipped. There's things that we did that we would have never done before or would condone doing necessarily. You know, we were the type that paid our bills on time and blah, 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 blah. And we did what we had to do. So if you'd like to follow us, feel free to follow, and I hope to get into the good, bad, ugly, and emotional, sad side of leaving and what you can really expect from making such a big move.